Once upon a time, in a prosperous kingdom, there ruled a wise king. His people loved him dearly, for he was honest, courageous, and cared for their well-being. However, as time passed, the king grew older and started worrying about who would take his place on the throne. He wanted to choose a successor who was not only capable but also honest and fair. One day, the king came up with an idea. He shared his plan with his trusted minister, who agreed and immediately announced a special test for all the young men of the kingdom. The news spread quickly, filling the hearts of the youth with excitement and curiosity. On the appointed day, the palace was filled with eager young men, each wondering what the test would be. The king stood before them, holding a small bag of seeds. He distributed a single seed to each participant and gave them a simple task. Plant this seed, take care of it for 6 months, and then return with the plant that grows. The young men took their seeds home and planted them with great care. They watered them daily, ensuring they received enough sunlight and nutrients. Weeks passed, and soon beautiful plants and flowers began to bloom in their pots. Each participant felt proud of their efforts, eagerly awaiting the day they would present their plants to the king. However, among them was a humble young man named Arjun. He too planted his seed, watered it daily, and waited patiently, but nothing grew. He tried everything, adding fresh soil, using the best fertilizers, but his pot remained barren. As the months passed, he felt discouraged, but he refused to replace his seed with another. Finally, the day arrived when everyone was to return to the palace with their plants. The royal court was transformed into a magnificent garden, filled with colorful flowers and lush green plants. Every participant stood tall, proud of their beautiful work. But Arjun, with only a pot of soil and no plant, felt ashamed. Yet, he decided to be truthful and carried his empty pot to the palace. As the king inspected the plants, he listened to each participant explain how they nurtured their flowers. Finally, he reached Arjun, who stood with his head lowered, holding his barren pot. The other participants laughed at him, mocking his failure. The king asked gently, "Why is there no plant in your pot?" Arjun bowed respectfully and answered, "Your Majesty, I did everything I could. I planted the seed, watered it, and gave it the best care possible. But the seed never sprouted. I did not want to deceive you, so I have brought it as it is." Silence filled the court. Then, to everyone's surprise, the king smiled, stepped down from his throne, and embraced Arjun warmly. Turning to the crowd, he declared, "My dear people, I gave each of you boiled seeds, seeds that could never grow. Yet, you all replaced them with different seeds to impress me. Only one among you remained honest, despite knowing he might fail. That man is Arjun. He has proven his integrity and courage. He is the only one fit to rule this kingdom after me." The court erupted in applause as the king proclaimed Arjun as his successor. The other young men lowered their heads in shame, realizing the true value of honesty. And so, the kingdom gained a ruler who led with truth and fairness, proving that honesty is the greatest virtue of all.